Yes, just one second. Let me unmute him. Yes, he's recording. Okay. All right, take it from the top. We have Mr. William Portillo in the house today.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Excited to be here in this GladiaCoin English presentation. I am out of Los Angeles. Today is February 22nd, 2017. We are so excited to participate in this program that has become a true blessing for many people worldwide. This company is exploding, is real hot. People are making money daily, guys. Daily, daily, daily. As a matter of fact, I just got paid about a couple of minutes ago, and it's very exciting, about $1,500 to be exact. So, and I know that that is going to keep on growing. One of my uplines sent me a screenshot of his income today. He averaged about $10,000 in one day, guys. One day. So that is the reality of GladiaCoin. And today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin and how you can double your Bitcoins in 90 days or less. Like I just told you, my upline, he was able to double his Bitcoin, his 4 Bitcoins in one day and even more. So we're going to talk about this opportunity and how it can change your life in many ways financially. So let's talk a little bit about the history of Bitcoin. Many of you guys might know that it started in 2009, but initially it didn't really take off until there was a purchase of about a couple of pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoins. And then the price of the Bitcoin went up to 10 cents. I was just sitting with a friend of mine day before yesterday, and he was showing me one of his blockchain accounts, and he had about $500,000 worth of Bitcoin. I was so amazed because, he was able to see the vision in 2012 when the Bitcoin was about $10. So he invested about $60,000 at that time, and now he has about 2 to 3 million. Can you guys put somebody came in and I can hear them. So now he's been able to make about $3 million in Bitcoin, and he has it, different blockchains, and so it's pretty exciting, guys. Right now the Bitcoin is over $1,000, and we do project the Bitcoin to grow even higher than that eventually. There's many other companies already that have invested millions of dollars into the Bitcoin, like Visa, Google, MasterCard, PayPal. And everyone knows that when these big guys come into the game, that means they do see the vision. And for sure, even the president, the current president, Trump, he has his own coin, Trump coin. So that is the future. You're actually here in this present moment, but you're actually positioning yourself for the future of what's to come. You can store your Bitcoin, since it's not a paper money, in blockchain, Coinbase, localbitcoins.com, Sapo, Copay, BitPay. I personally have BitPay Visa card, which I use every day for my daily purchases, whether it be paying gas, whether it be going to a restaurant, renting a car, purchasing a flight ticket. I mean, I use it for anything I need it, guys. So this is very practical in our everyday lives nowadays. So where can you buy with Bitcoins? Anywhere. Dunkin' Donuts, Best Buy, GameStop, Starbucks, etc. Wow. So, I came into the Bitcoin world about a year ago. I invested about $23,000, 23 to 26, about that amount. And I started getting into mining. And I wasn't realizing a lot of income out of the mining because, I came in at the tail of it. But, you could have done mining many years ago, and it could have been a very lucrative opportunity. But where the real money, guys, is right now, it's in trading. Basically, after Bitcoin, there's more than 750 cryptocurrencies out there that you can trade. And since the market is very volatile, you're able to make significant amounts of money and buy, low and sell high. So that's basically what GladiaCoin does. They take your money, or our money we just invested, and they double your money in 90 days. But they are actually doubling, tripling, or quadrupling your money daily, guys. So it is a very lucrative opportunity for them, but it's also a very lucrative opportunity for us because if we were to put our money on our 401k or a CD account or even a savings account, how much money can we really make a year? But here, we can double whatever investment you come in. And let me tell you, there's no limit. There is no limit of how much money you can come in. You can come in as low as $100, and you can invest with GladiaCoin. You know, there's no limit. You can come in with $100,000, $1 million. There's no limit. You can get multiple positions. And let me tell you, this is a great opportunity. So what I can tell you is this, that if you're able to see the vision and jump into this, you can double whatever amount of money you come in with in 90 days. But the best thing about this, guys, is that you get 2.2% paid directly to your wallet. Let me go back here a little bit. As you can see here, each one of us have a wallet. Okay, a wallet is the same thing as your own pocket, where you're able to have your money there, and GladiaCoin deposits 2.2% daily to our wallet. So once it's in the wallet, it is as if you had it in your pocket. You can do whatever you want. Just like today, I got paid about $1,500 or a little bit more. That money that is already there on my, I have control over it. And I actually made a sale this morning of some Bitcoin. And that's exactly why we're so excited, because the money is not being made in the back office. We don't have to wait like a CD account, for a specific time length to become, to mature in order for you to withdraw the money. No, we get paid 2.2% daily directly to our wallet. So who are we? Well, GladiaCoin is actually composed of a group of investors, very, very wealthy individuals that actually own the software. They actually create softwares for companies, okay? So these guys own their own software. So GladiaCoin is not a third-party company, website that they, bought. They actually own the coding. So they're able to be able to create an automatic system that pays us daily. So what are the benefits of this program? Well, you have able to duplicate in 90 days. It's fully automated. What does that mean? There's a lot of programs out there, but this one here, you're not getting charged when they pay you your percentage of their Bitcoins, okay? It goes directly to your blockchain. There's no tedious activity to do, and we get paid daily. Even if you don't recruit anyone, and you don't have to if you don't want to, you'll still get paid every day according to which package you come in. So we have an international presence. You can open this business anywhere in the world. Yes, you heard me right. Anywhere in the world, you can participate with GladiaCoin. We also have a binary network where you can make from 5 to 15%, building 2 teams. I'll explain more about that later on. And all this happens in real time, like clockwork, guys. This has been paying me since the first day I joined. I joined this company in December 28th of 2016. Just, played around with it for some time. And in February 1st is when I became serious. So I've only really been in the game with GladiaCoin, real seriously focusing and doing it correctly for 22 days, guys. 22 days. And I'm already more than $1,000 a day. I know in the next 2 weeks, because I've actually brought in some heavy hitters that are coming in, and we'll definitely make this a game changer for us financially. Okay, so there's 2 ways to earn. One is passively, like I was mentioning earlier. You get a 2.2% daily or whatever amount you put in. So if you put in $100, well, you get 2.2% of $100. If you put in 500, if you put in 1,000, if you put in 2,000, 4,000, like I said, there's no limit. You can have multiple positions of 4 Bitcoin. If you have the money, why not put it to work? Why have it under the mattress? Why have it in a savings account? Why have it in a situation where it's really not making you any money? Here, we're doubling our money every 90 days, and it's real and a real opportunity, guys. And the other way to get paid is building your binary network. Basically, it's creating 2 teams, and I'll explain to you guys how that works. Basically, you have a left team and a right team, and you will always focus on the lesser team, the team that has less volume or points, because that's where you get paid, guys, okay? So, in the beginning, when I first started in December 28th, I didn't have no spillover from anybody. I was actually building both teams, and, I wasn't expecting a spillover. I'm just a natural leader, so I make things happen. So I started building left and right, left and right, left and right. But then suddenly my left leg just took off, and now I have more than 400 Bitcoins to get paid on my left team, and I'm focusing on my right team. And now it has become impossible to be able to catch on to my left team. So this is a great opportunity because once again, you can make from 5 to 15% now. How is it that you get paid more percentage when you have more volume? Well, basically, it depends on the packages you come in with, guys. Okay, so let me explain to you how this works. So you can come in as low as 0.05. Yes, 0.05. That's like what, 55, 60 bucks right nowadays. But you don't double your Bitcoin. The company will not double your Bitcoins if you come into that package. The only benefit to that is get a position, right? Earn 5% on the binary to be able to build your team. And there's a 3 BTC limit monthly for that position, for that package. Then you have the second position, which is 0.10, Spartacus 2. You do double your money, your own personal investment in 90 days. You earn a 6% on the binary, okay, on the weaker leg of your binary. It's important for you guys to know this as well, that in order for you to realize any commissions from the binary, meaning the two teams, you need to be qualified. You need to have a left and a right personally sponsored. Once you're qualified, look where the the more volume is at, and then you focus on the other side so you can able to realize some income. Spartacus 3, 0.20 of Bitcoin. You double in 90 days. You make a 7% on the binary. 0.50 Spartacus 4. That's about $550 approximately, depending on how the price of the Bitcoin is. And you're able to come in with that. Or you can also come in with 1 Bitcoin, Spartacus 5. You have 11% on the binary. Spartacus 6, that's 2 Bitcoins, 13% on the binary. And this is the mother of all, guys, Spartacus 7. This is when my business began. And I got to be very blunt and sincere with you guys. I joined this company, got positioned, just to see, how this was going to work. And let me tell you, the only thing I'm lamenting is that I waited a little bit too long, because my upline that didn't wait long, he just, jumped into it with both feet. He's now realizing about 8 Bitcoins a day, where I'm, barely coming up to 2 Bitcoins a day. And the only difference was that I was, playing around with it and not really focusing it. But now, guys, I'm 1,000% in GladiaCoin, focusing on this, guys, since February 1st. And let me tell you, the income is just growing and growing and growing. And people just love this, guys. I am so amazed, because usually when we come into a company, we bring a whole bunch of people that follow us with different other deals. And but here, guys, I'm finding out there's people that never done network marketing, never done anything with Bitcoin, and they're coming in with 4 Bitcoins, 8 Bitcoins, 12 Bitcoins, and they're just loving it. They're bringing their moms and dads, brothers and sisters. They're pulling out their money out of their mattresses, and they're coming in with this. And the best thing about this, guys, what I do with my team, just to pass it on to you, is that I motivate them to download the blockchain application on their phone. And that way, the only thing they need to do every day from 11 a.m. to about 2 p.m. California time, the only thing they need to do is, put their 4-digit PIN and be able to see their wallet and see the money came in. And let me tell you, until now, we're able to successfully see, even a person that I was helping earlier, I don't see no money. And I had to help her, and she was able to see, I was able to help her to see how she got paid yesterday. See that she had, she didn't know how to read the Bitcoin amount. So, and very easy, and I'll explain to you how to do that. But this, guys, there's, you don't need to be a genius. You don't need to understand how Bitcoin works. All you need to know is that your money is, you're getting paid every day directly to your blockchain. That is so amazing. So let me show you guys some of my results. So what I'm saying is not just air. At the end of the day, when people invite me to any opportunity, the first thing I ask is, okay, show me your results. Because that's what all of us are looking for, right? We're looking for results, and that's exactly what this company provides us. So let me go to GladiaCoin. I'm going to go to my account, log in, and I am going to my back office. Okay, and as you can see, I'm already at 65%, and I barely paid this plan, repurchase actually the contract some days ago. Let me go back here and see purchase plans, okay? And let me show you how I started, guys. I started, like I said, in December 28th. I activated with Spartacus 2.10, guys, $100 approximately or less. Then, a couple of days after, I upgraded to 0.20. Then, upgraded again to Spartacus 4, Spartacus 5. Then I renew a couple of times Spartacus 5. Can you believe this, guys? Man, I hadn't really seen the vision at that time. And then I upgraded to Spartacus 6 in January 26th. And this is where my business began, guys. February the 1st, okay, Spartacus 7. This is where the party began. Look at, I've actually repurchased twice already, okay? When I say repurchase, it means that once the bar hits 100%, let me show you here. Once this green bar hits 100%, that means that I have double my 8 Bitcoin. So I have already 5.25 Bitcoins out of 8 Bitcoins. So what does that mean? That means that purchase plans, okay? So I reactivated on the 17th. The 17th I had to pay. So I'm 5 days into it? 5 days into it. And in 5 days, I made 5.25. Let me see if I can get the CoinDesk calculator. I like it how Antonio did it last time. CoinDesk calculator. There you go. All right. All right. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. All right. So 5.25 Bitcoin I made in 5 days, guys. 5.25 Bitcoin. So in 5 days, I've made almost $6,000. Okay. So I'm actually averaging more than $1,000 a day since I renewed last time. And I can tell you guys how much I've made here so far. So that's 25.25 Bitcoin. How much is that since February, to tell the truth? 25.25. So I made, guys, in a short of 22 days, $28,595 with 88 cents, guys. That's exactly how I made it. Let me tell you, this is growing exponentially. There is no way to stop it. People are so happy and joyful. And why is this so exciting for people? Because it's duplicatable, simple. There's other programs that join and you got to put in a hash, you got to do this, you got to jump in hoops. Man, they make it so difficult, like if you're pulling teeth out of someone, Here, this is so simple that my grandmother, I will say this, that my grandmother or a 5-year-old kid can do it. If your grandmother and a 5-year-old can do it, this is it, guys. And this is why this company, in my opinion, is positioned to be one of the biggest Bitcoin company in the world. This has potential, guys. We can make millions at the end of this year. Now, what is the difference between the people that are going to make millions and pennies? Okay, what is the difference? It's a fear factor, guys. I gotta confess to you, I was fearful. Why? Because from my past experiences, I didn't jump in with 2 feet in this company. But I could tell you right now, if I knew what I know now, I would have come in with 4 Bitcoins with my eyes closed, no doubt, no fear, just trusting in the Lord and knowing that this is a great company. It is sustainable. Let me explain to you my theory and my upline theory and my upline theory why this company is sustainable. Because every time we hit 100%, okay, that means every time we double, okay, I have to pay 4 Bitcoins to be able to renew. Now, that's optional, okay? If I didn't want to renew, that's okay, no problem. The only downside to that, guys, would be that if I'm building a team and I have a spillover of 485 Bitcoins, right? What that means is that I will flush my Bitcoins because I did not pay the renewal of the contract. So I definitely want to renew. And the moment I hit 50%, which was yesterday, I am not touching no more of my Bitcoins. Why? Because I need to accumulate them to have enough. So when this bar hits 100%, I'm paying again 4 Bitcoins. So look at this as a business perspective, like in the company perspective, okay? So money's coming in from new people. Money's coming in from the people that are building. Every time we hit 100%, out of my own 8 Bitcoins that I got. So 4 goes into renewing the contract. So now I get another opportunity to make another 8 Bitcoins, which 4 of those I use to renew again and again and again. Now my sponsor is happy because every time I renew, every 5, 6, 7 days I'm renewing, this is volume that is coming up to him in his pay leg. The same thing with my team. Every time they renew, I'm getting again another 4 Bitcoins, 4 Bitcoins, 4 Bitcoins, and that's going into my pay leg. So that means that creates a passive residual income. Let me ask you, if you're like my upline that are, not even 3 months into this, and they're making 8 Bitcoins a day. Well, profit really is 4 Bitcoins, but, let's put it in perspective. Will your life change if you're making $4,000 a day? I think so, very much. Okay, and the best thing about this, guys, is that you don't just have one position. Once I hit 8 Bitcoins a day, guys, I'm working my other 2 positions because basically what I'm doing is building my first position, maxing it out. And once I do that, then I'll be focusing on other 2 positions and building those out to eventually have 3 positions minimum, hitting 8 Bitcoins a day. So that means I have a profit, guys, of 12,000 or even more, depending on the price of the Bitcoin daily. How will your life change if you're making $12,000 daily? I don't know about you, but for me, it would definitely bless me in many different ways. And that's why we're so excited. So you might say, well, why don't you show me the results? Because anybody can show you a back office. So basically what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to connect to my blockchain account. And I want you to, let's go to the statements real quick here. Statements, okay? Okay, so statements say that I have received today this amount here. Let me copy it. 1.34 in Bitcoin. Let me put it over here. So I've made today, guys, 1,526.93. So let's verify that in my wallet. And I'm going to transactions, okay? And you tell me if that matches the amount. Well, it's actually more, 1,540, because the price of the Bitcoin has actually gone up since I received the amount. So 1.34, right? Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, 1.34. Let me change it to Bitcoin. 1.34. That's exactly how much I got paid today, guys. And so this is why we're so excited, because results are here. There's nothing to dispute. There's the evidence. And if you guys have any questions, I'm more than welcome to. But I don't know if Kathy or John have any questions that I can respond. But I can tell you, the guys, this is the real deal. We're excited. We're bringing people left and right.
That is so amazing, amazing. I mean, this is so much fun every day. And what was that? 485 Bitcoin so far that you've got, or accumulated in your power leg. So.
Oh yeah, on the binary. Yeah, I mean, when I started off, I had to build both legs, and then eventually one of my legs, which was my left leg, just took off, and now I haven't been able to catch up to it, which is okay. But I have 485 Bitcoins, guys. You know how much that is? 485 Bitcoins. Here, let me put it over here, guys.
That's what at a
485 Bitcoins. I have more than $500,000 to catch up if I wanted to catch up my leg. So all my focus is on my right side. I'm actually bringing a gentleman in today with another 4 Bitcoins, a person that doesn't have any experience in Bitcoin or network marketing at all. And he's just excited. He's seen my results and he's jumping in today. So like him, there's many guys. And, I would recommend, don't focus on the same people you always have that follow you. Look for new market. Look for people that are, not with, all this experience and, they want free packages, free entrance. No. Look for the people that are hungry because they're there. And once they see in their blockchain accounts every day, every time they open it, man, it's going to be amazing. And then I have a doctor. Her name is Claudia. And she said, put me in with 4 Bitcoins, but, please don't make me recruit. I'm not gonna recruit. I go, no problem. You don't have to recruit. And then the next day she's like, oh, can you come to a friend's house? There's 3 people that want to come in with 4, 8. They actually came in with 9 Bitcoins. And then yesterday she had another friend come in with 2 Bitcoins. And I said, Claudia, man, you're so cool because you told me you didn't want to recruit, which I respected.
Exactly.
And then I said, imagine if you did want to recruit. Wow.
That's funny. And that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, we have people, they don't ever bring in one person. And before, you had to recruit. With this, it doesn't matter because your money is going to double at Spartacus point 1 through the packages 2 through 7, regardless. Within 90 days, that money's going to double, whether you ever bring another soul in. So it's beautiful. 2 ways to earn. And man, people are so excited about this. I know I am. I think this is the funnest program I've ever been in. So
me too. And the only thing I'm hating is that I didn't treat it as a business from the beginning. I would be at a different situation. And, so I would highly recommend to, don't fear, guys. Do not fear, because this business is very sustainable. Mind you, the company has no business shutting this company down in any way, shape, or form, because they're actually doing trading. Okay, that's one. So they're duplicating or triplicating or even 4 or 5 times our money daily, but they pay us double in 90 days. So believe me, they're making money from our money, okay? That's one. Second, money's coming in from us that every time we renew, we're putting in another 4 Bitcoins again. So fresh money coming in, new people coming in. So it's very sustainable. I see this company for the long haul. Believe me, this company doesn't pay you faster bonuses, matching bonuses. Oh, but some companies offer you the sky, right? But then they close out because they're just paying so much. But here, in my opinion, it's very sustainable because they give you a portion of 15% when somebody comes in. So it's very sustainable, in my opinion. So what I would tell you is do this. Come in with 1 position, put in a 2nd position. Okay, do a trio. Okay, come in with the 3rd position like that. Okay, in my opinion, it could be William 1, William 2, right, or something, or William 2, William 3, whatever. So what I would recommend is the primary one, come in with 4 Bitcoins. Okay, that's the one you want to come in 4 Bitcoins. Why would you want to come in with 4 Bitcoins? Because you will be Spartacus 7. That means you're realizing from your team 15% on your pay leg. Okay. Once you say, so whichever leg is your pay leg, say this is your pay leg. So now you have spillover coming in and you're getting this position ready for later on to build it out over here, guys. You see, if that was your pay leg. And then if this is your that's your power leg. If this is your pay leg, you're building it yourself anyways. And eventually, once you max out this position to 8 Bitcoins a day, then you can jump into this one or that one, guys. And once that happens, what does that mean? Now you can realize 4 Bitcoins in each position a day. So that's about 12 Bitcoins a day, guys. So how much money is that? It's just a lot of money.
Exactly. And now somebody's saying in the chat room, not everyone can afford the 4 Bitcoin. Well, no, but this is just a good example of how to position yourself. So even if you came in at 0.10 on each of them, you're still setting yourself up for that position to come back in later and build those.
Yeah, at least. I mean, if you're limited financially, you can still come in with 0.10. You don't want to come in with 0.05 because it doesn't double, okay? Right. You want to come in at least with 0.10 if you're limited financially for right now, but it's only temporary with GladiaCoin because eventually, if you start, working, if you're limited, I would recommend at least 3 like this, okay? That will cost you about $300 and some dollars, okay? That way you're positioned, and then start building both teams, and then you'll see one of them take off, and then you just focus on the other one and just, make money. And it's great, yeah.
Sounds good. John Kasarev has his hand raised.
Hi, listen, from a financial planning point of view, people need to get Bitcoin. it's kind of silly to keep investing in stocks and bonds of U.S. companies and purchasing real estate, things like that, because it's pretty clear that the handwriting is on the wall that the dollar is not going to be the reserve currency. The only reason the dollar is so stable is because all the other countries need to buy dollars in order to do international business. But that's going bye-bye. So in order for the average person to even protect themselves, they've got to accumulate Bitcoin. Now, once you begin accumulating Bitcoin, think about this for a minute. People say that gold is the storehouse of value, but we don't really know how much gold is in the earth. The only reason that people think it's so valuable is because it's so rare. But what if somebody suddenly found a way to make gold? What if somebody found a new vein and all of a sudden, a volcano was shooting gold up everywhere? Nobody would want it anymore. And if you had all your money invested in there to secure the future, it wouldn't be any good. What we do know is that there are only 21 million Bitcoins. There will never be any more. There's only about 5 million left to mine. So right now, while the world is just becoming aware of Bitcoin, this is the second opportunity. This is the second time that you're able to get Bitcoin at a reasonable price. When we initially started it, I didn't personally start it, but I mean, when I first found out about it, it was, 0.001 in value. I mean, people were kind of giving them away just to get the whole thing started and to see if it was going to work. But it's proven itself, and it's working great, and the whole world is rushing to it. You need to get those Bitcoins and hang on to them, because those Bitcoins are going to be very, very valuable. Your pensions are going to go bye-bye. Your social stuff is going to go bye-bye. And if you have Bitcoin, you'll be protected, because they're going to be at least $1 million plus per Bitcoin. Now, people will say, well, how do you spend $1 million coin? Well, remember that Bitcoins can be divided into 1 million parts. So it's all relative. But this is the safest play there is. And why not do it this way, where you're working with a team in order to get them? Because nobody has enough money to go out and buy all the Bitcoins you need. But boy, you can get Bitcoins here every single day. And all you had to do was put in a little money, save a little money, and tell a few people about it. How cool is that? Why wouldn't anybody do this?
Very cool. Yeah. Did we lose you, William?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to respond to Helen in the chat. It says, can you tell me if the person upgraded to 4.0, not qualified, no referrals yet, how much daily amount will they receive? And I responded to her, the actual price of the Bitcoin right now, she would be realizing $104 a day. Man, that's what a lot of people, make working 8 hours to some boss that doesn't appreciate him.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And you know what? You didn't have to pay Social Security out of that.
I was going to say that's before all the taxes.
Yeah.
Yep. And then everybody tries to work overtime, and then they take more out. So why did they work all that overtime to try to make 400? Yeah. They used to really get at me. I'd work 60 hours plus, and it's like, why? They took it all out in taxes,
Yep.
So.
Well, this is the best overtime you can get.
I'm having fun with overtime here. Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
Humberto, anybody, you have any comments or questions? Humberto,
Hey, hello. Yes, of course, yes. Hey, thank you, William, man. You're the man. You're inspiring everybody here.
Yes. That's for sure.
Thank you, Humberto. But you're the man, actually. You have the number one team under you, man. John and Kathy are the number one in the world.
John and Kathy, the number one. Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Thank you.
You'll love them more and more every day. You'll see.
They're so professional, so professional.
Bacon, you'll see.
We're only as
All
good
right,
as our upline, Gotta have good leaders to follow, that's for sure. And we've got them right here. You guys are just awesome. Awesome.
Great. So if there's no more questions, I have someone to sign up right now. So, we have recorded this. I'm going to upload it to YouTube and send you guys a link so we can pass it over to the people that were not able to connect. Okay?
Sounds great. And we're having a special event today. We're going to do a webinar again tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I hope all of you guys go out, get all your friends together, and come back and join us tonight. You can find our links in Facebook and Skype, or get with the person that invited you and they can hook you up.
Well, we're doing Spanish too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, right after the English one, we're going to do the Spanish one. So let
Yes.
your friends that
Awesome.
need to hear it.
We are going to bridge the gap worldwide. We'll have all languages pretty soon because we got
Yes.
people all over the world. Yeah, very exciting. So, all right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you
Well,
for your time, William.
Thanks, William.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
William.
And we'll see you guys
Welcome.
tonight. Take care. God bless.